Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Sandy. How is everyone on this fabulous Sunday evening, early evening? Do not mind my cat. She's currently very, very angry with me because I didn't get a chance to feed her yet. So she's currently yelling. Yeah. So, how is everyone? Hopefully, you are all having a fantastic Sunday. Hi, Big Daddy. It's good to see you. Hopefully, you are having a great Sunday. Yeah, it's a weird Sunday, guys. I feel like today's just, it doesn't feel like a Sunday, but it is a Sunday, if that makes sense. It's also really very, very extremely hot. Like, I'm so very over this hot weather. As much as I love summer, and I enjoy it, I don't like the hot weather. I rather have like a nice, I would say during the daytime, a nice like 70, 72, and at night like a nice like 60 something, and I'd be very content with life. But enough about that. We're going to get into it a little bit, guys. I'm going to go over a couple things that are happening in the Get Haunted schedule and events that are coming up for us. See? Thank you, Big Daddy. You get it. It's just too hot. You feel like you're melting. I don't want to be a puddle. I feel like I'm like the Wicked Witch of the West. Is the West? I think it's the West. But I feel like her. I feel like I'll just melt into a puddle. Back to it. So I'm going to go over a couple things that are happening that are coming up for us. And I will try to answer questions to the best of my abilities. I'm not sure how long this will last. Again, it's just me. So I'm not very good at talking to myself because I feel like I get awkward. But let's just jump right into it. Ooh, though, before we jump into it, tonight at, I believe, 9 p.m., Pac-Man Paranormal will be on with Greg from Ghostbox Radio. They'll be on at 9 tonight, so definitely check it out. We love the Pac-Mans very, very much, guys. But yeah, check it out, 9 p.m. Okay? All right, so our next event coming up is White Hill. That actually sold out, which is amazing. One of my favorite locations. If you did not get a chance to get a ticket this time, there is always next time. We do have another event at that point. I believe it is. Let me bring it up on my end. Give me 2 seconds. November 8th. I'm going to bring it up in a little bit. The brain. I can't think. Screen. So if you did not get a chance to get tickets for this Saturday coming up, that is A-okay because you do have another shot in November 8th. Definitely get your tickets before while they last because it does sell out pretty quickly. That's one of our most popular locations. After that, we have Midpoint Middle School. That's one of our newer locations out in Ohio. I don't know much about this location. And if anyone who is watching, or if you've been there, or if you see this later, let me know in the comments. Have you been there before? And have you had a good time? Have you had any strange events that happen there? I'm always curious, you know? But, ow, my cat is biting my hand. He does that a lot because he's a turd. You can find all of our paranormal events on extremeticketing.com. That's where all of our events are. And on top of that, we have other events on extremeticketing.com. We have Rock Island on there. We have, I believe, Maine. You know what? I'm just going to bring it up. Make my life easier. I'm just going to bring it up. Give me half a second to share it. Aha. There we go. So hopefully you guys can see this fairly well. Yes. So we have White Hill that just sold out. Then after that, we have Mid-O. My brain's jumping, guys. We have Middle Point school in Ohio. That is the September 13th. Again, never been to this location, so I don't know much about it, but I'm curious if anyone on the side has. It looks like it's going to be fun. I've never investigated a school before, so I'm curious what kind of residual energy could be there. If you've investigated a school before, throw it in the comments, because I don't know. Well, okay, that's a lie. I did investigate technically a school. It was a schoolhouse, though. It was at Red Mill, but I mean, like, I'm thinking like a big school. If that makes sense. Like, yeah, you know. After that, we do have Maclay Mansion in Harrisburg, PA. That is the 20th of September, and that is with Empty Casket. Bill and Tanya, fantastic human beings. I adore them ever so much, and their past present is amazing time. So if you haven't gone before, you really need to take the opportunity and get there and go. After that, we do have the next White Hill event. So tickets, they go. As you can tell, they go quite fast. Then as we scroll, we have something big, November 15th. Guys, this is it. We're calling it the Big Three. This is an amazing opportunity with so many different people in the paranormal community. And it's something we need. We need to all start working together. We need to put the paranormal first. So this is, don't mind me messing up. So this is coming up November 15th. Mid-Orange is my favorite location. I've now investigated there 2 times. Each time has been a fantastic experience. And this is something you're not going to want to miss. There'll be discussions and understandings. If you caught Rob's live, I believe it was yesterday, he briefly talked about it. Ryan was on there with him. We need this. It's a must need, guys. We need to start. So this is going to be very exciting. You need to hop on. You need to go. As we continue, of course, we have the amazing Maine Paranormal and Horror Convention coming up. And Annabelle is going to be there. And same with Rock Island. She's going to be there too, guys. So if you haven't seen Annabelle, take the opportunity to go. It's fantastic. Then, so if you guys caught it, which I'm going to stop sharing for a second and bring up my, oh no, what did I do? I look like a deer in headlights. I'm so sorry, guys. Yay! Oh, I'm so glad, Big Daddy. I'm glad you're going to be there. I want to be there so badly. But depending on finances and driving, it can be a lot, especially with my soon-to-be 1-year-old, which I'm shocked she's going to be 1. I'm not ready for it. But I'm hoping to get there. Fingers crossed. I think you're going to have a fantastic time, especially if you're into all the, not only the paranormal and the supernatural side of things, but also the horror side of things. I'm a big horror fan, so I'm super stoked. And I think it's going to be a fantastic time. I know it was quick. I'm not ready for it. She actually, okay, so I'm going off track a little bit, guys. She took her first 3 steps today, which I cried a lot. I wasn't prepared for it. She's been really into couch surfing recently, and she's been holding her stance probably about, I would say like anywhere between 10 seconds and maybe 30, depending on her, depending also what she's holding. And I had her bottle ready. I was like, okay, come on, baby. Like, come over to mama. And she started crawling, and then she started couch surfing. And I'm just like, well, just let go for 5 seconds, honey. Just let go. And she did. And she took her first 3 steps towards me, and I cried like a blubbering baby. I cried my eyes out because I was not ready for that. I knew it was going to happen, but I am not ready for it. Ooh, I love horror. Horror is one of my favorite genres. If you ask anyone who knows me, it is my biggest favorite genres. I've actually gone to a couple of different horror cons before, so I'm really hoping that this one's going to be amazing. It should, because have you seen their lineup? Their lineup's crazy. But back on track because my mind kind of goes everywhere, and then I turn into like a talking buffoon. If you saw, I believe it was, I want to say a week to 2 weeks ago, I could be wrong on my time, we had a big announcement involving our very good friend Chris Smith. We now there is Get Haunted Midwest. So he has a couple of locations coming up. He just announced them, I believe it was like a day or two ago. So if you are out in the Midwest and you're looking for Get Haunted to be closer to you and make your life easier, well, this is your opportunity with Chris. He's going to have his very own crew. And some of the locations he already has up, guys, hold on to your butts. You're going to be amazed. He has Rock Island, where you get to investigate. So if you are unable to go to the Paracon, you can have a chance to investigate this awesome location. He also has I'm probably saying this, butchering this name terribly, so I am so sorry. Broadwell Funeral Home. I'm excited about that. Funeral homes. What's your opinion on that? Do you think they hold a lot of residual energy from the dead? Or do you think it's the people who are taking care of the dead that bring on that energy? What's your thoughts? And then after that, he does have a awesome jail, the Old Williamson County Jail. We love a good jail, guys. So those are the three cons. 3 events he has just announced. So Midwest, we're coming after you. It's very exciting. 14 and a half hours. Ooh. Yeah, I think for me, even I want to go to Rock Island very badly, but unfortunately that's a super long drive, and I don't think, I think I would be fine with it if it was just me, but I don't think my daughter would handle it very well, because like I want to really start taking her to Paracons if I can, because A, it's good interactions for her, B, I want the Get Haunted family to meet her. She's adorable. I also want her to see the things that I enjoy in life, so I want to start taking her to Paracons and stuff, but I think that one's going to be a little bit tougher, unfortunately. But if you are out in the Midwest, you guys are so lucky, and you're going to have a fantastic time. Chris is so much fun to investigate with. He is an amazing investigator, first off, and on top of that, if he decides to randomly scare you, you will get a good laugh out of it. You really will. Like, it's scary at first, but it's so worth it. If you've seen Boys vs. Girls or of any of his other content, he knows what he's doing, and he's amazing. So that's exciting news. And yeah, after that, it gets a little quiet. We start going into our quiet season. But before we go into our quiet season, though, it starts to get cold, and we need to keep warm. So you need some new merch, guys. Get Haunted merch. We have sweatpants. We have sweatshirts. We have t-shirts. We have anything you pretty much can imagine. Check out the UR code. It should work this time. I tested it out on my phone. It seemed to work fine. I will also throw up. Haha. Not what I meant. I will also put up this. I'm going to bring that down. This is my code on affiliate. If you want to check it out, you are more than welcome to. You don't have to, but if you want to, check it out. But yeah, no, we need sweatshirts. We need sweatpants to stay warm when we investigate, guys, and it's going to get cold. It's hot as balls right now. It will get cold very soon. So definitely check it out. Check out the website. If you have, remove that. If you follow any of our social media, you should check out all the fun videos we are creating on there. Right now, there are a couple new videos on there. So check it out for shirts and events and all that fun stuff. But yeah, no, this is a very casual night, guys. Not much is going on. Have you guys gone anywhere investigating this weekend? Because I saw a couple people on the social media side who went investigating. And if you did, where did you go? Because I don't know, I just always like hearing stories and seeing where everyone's gone and stuff like that. Or is there an investigation you're planning on going like soon? Where are you planning on going? And yeah. But that's really it. There's nothing much else going on right now. It's kind of, like I said, guys, it's kind of quiet. I'm hoping the next show I do, I will try to get a guest. I really want to get a guest because I am definitely having a hard time kind of just sitting here and just jabbering because I feel like I'm a talking buffoon, but that's just me. And I appreciate anyone who is watching and everyone who are talking on the side. I do appreciate it because you're definitely making this so much easier for me. But yeah, next show I really want to try to get a guest on. So I am going to try to talk to people and see who I can get on. And I will do a whole lot more promoting on that. So that way, if you aren't catching this now, you can catch it next time and stuff like that. I love this man. He is fantastic. I got the pleasure to meet him. I don't remember how long ago now it was. I feel like a month ago. I want to say a month ago. I had the pleasure of meeting him. He is funny. And his book is amazing. Guys, you need to check out his book. Go to his Facebook right now and check out his book. I am asking you as a favor, check out his book. But I love this man. He's so funny. But yeah. So unless you guys have questions for me, I don't know what else to really talk about. I can kind of jabber on about my daughter. It's kind of not weird, but yeah. It was June? Why do I feel like it was only a month ago? Oh my gosh. Wow. I don't know how to tell time. Apparently. That's what happens, man. The summer goes by so quickly and you're just like, hey, it's June. Oh, wait, guys. JK, it's August. It's the middle of August. Oh, God, it's the middle of August. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm ready for summer to end. I'm not ready for summer. You know what? I'm full of mixed emotions about the summer. I'm over the heat, but I don't want summer to end because that means for me school time, and I'm not ready for that. I like my semi-freedom. Are you coming back to yell? My cat, who hopefully won't yell. Right? Hopefully you won't yell. But yeah, so what do you guys have any questions for me? Like I said, Pac-Man Paranormal at 9. You should check them out. And yeah. And yeah. So, like I said, this is a quiet-ish night. If you guys do tune into this later on, thank you. And everyone who's watching, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm not as funny and silly as Rob and Sarah. Oh, there's one of my favorite Pac-Man. There she is. Hi, Denise. How are you, honey? I was just actually talking about your show at 9. I'm so excited to tune in and listen for it. What is something that piqued my interest into the paranormal? Oh, okay. So I guess what started my interest in the paranormal, it's kind of a bit sadder. Hi, Damon. How are you? So what started my interest in the paranormal? I do have to say it's a little bit sadder. So I always was very into supernaturally things. I remember growing up as a kid, hearing things and seeing things I couldn't quite explain. And my dad always said, nah, it's fine, it's nothing. My mom was a little bit more understanding, but wouldn't ever really say much about it. She would just say mostly ignore it. Um, Unfortunately, when my father passed, I really got into the paranormal and I dove, I guess, a little bit too much into it because I wanted to communicate with him so badly to the point that it was a little obsessive. But I was also very young at the time. I was only 13-ish, 13, 14 when I really dove into it. And from there, it just kind of peaked for a little bit, came down. And then I would say around a year after my mom died, I really dove into the paranormal to the point I was going 2 locations investigating with a couple of different event companies. And then I met Rob and Get Haunted at Red Mill in 2021. Yeah, one. I met them at Red Mill and I really liked the way they just all investigated. I definitely felt like more like family there. Well, yes, I did enjoy other event companies 100%. I felt like I was a little bit more connected there at that time. And it was also at one of my favorite locations, which isn't far from my house. It's about like 15, 20 minutes max, depending on traffic. So it was like the perfect option. And it was the sleepover red too, because we got to like camp and that was fun. I don't think Rob was expecting anyone to actually go through with it. But it was a lot of fun. So I had a good time with that. And from there, I just knew what I wanted to do. It started off as a hobby. And now it's still a hobby, but it definitely takes on a bigger portion now for me than it used to. So that's how it kind of started for me. When you said... no. Well, so I was about 12, 13 when my dad died. And after he died, I really felt like I needed to communicate with him because I wasn't ready to let go, unfortunately. If anyone has lost a family member or anyone like that, like you would totally understand, like you understand sometimes you're not ready to let go. And at that point I was so young, I was really not ready to let go of my dad. He unfortunately also died very not unexplainably, but too quickly at his age. So it was definitely a lot tougher. And as a 13-year-old, you're trying to figure out your life. And I was not figuring it out quite well, unfortunately. And like I said, I was into very supernaturally things. Like I would watch the shows. Ghost Hunters was a big one I would watch constantly. I wasn't really watching any, I would say, movies about the paranormal. Like, traditional horror movies, sure, but not anything like a documentary series type vibe. And like I said, it just kind of blossomed from there and wasn't the best scenario, I would say. Definitely dove into a lot of things that I probably shouldn't have at the time, but I did. I was young and I just wanted to communicate with my dad. I just wanted to talk to him all the time. So now I'm older, now I'm a little bit wiser. Yeah. So that's what kind of started my love for the paranormal. And now I've investigated Old Hospital twice, Whitehill not half dozen times, probably like, I want to say like at least 5 times. It could be more, it could be less. I've investigated Red Mill. Well, Red Mill, I've investigated more times than I should stick at. Shanley, Mid-O. I feel like there's been more investigations and I'm just not putting the dots together, unfortunately, guys. I do that. I kind of blank sometimes. But yeah. Any other questions for me? I will try to answer to the best of my abilities. Don't mind my husband dying in the background. He just got home from work. Oh, that's the worst. Okay. So, a fun fact of Sandy, I wouldn't necessarily say I have a gift. I wouldn't say I have a gift. And I've probably told Danny this story a half dozen times. I wouldn't necessarily say I have a gift. I do have a weird intuition on the paranormal and certain things, and I can't always quite explain it. So I get where you're coming from with that. Actually, also, when my dad did die, besides seeing him and hearing him, that's when my mom had the lovely opportunity. Because why don't you tell to your child who is trying to understand just everything, that there's a special gift that kind of runs in your family where you know things and you can sometimes see things that you can't quite explain, but no one in the family actually goes through with it and follows through. So good luck. That's my nicer version of it. The other version is a little bit more sadder. I don't want to be sadder now. So I definitely get where you're coming from with that. Anything other than ghosts that you may have here? Ooh. So I don't know if you caught my one show with Danny, where we talk a little bit about aliens. So out of everything in the paranormal, I would say aliens scare me the absolute most. Supernatural, paranormal area, aliens scare me the most. I believe in them 100%, but they scare me the absolute most. And that was because when I was younger, I don't even know what percentage I'm sure of. I'm sure of that there was something, but it wasn't human, but it also wasn't paranormal, staring back at me as a kid. And it freaked me out enough. So definitely aliens are a big one. Bigfoot, though I would love a Bigfoot encounter. I won't lie. I really wish I had the opportunity to go down to Fort Duffield, I believe it was, where Rob and Sarah had that big experience with Bigfoot. Bigfoot beings. I'd love an opportunity with that. That doesn't scare me. Ghosts don't scare me. Aliens terrify me. Fun fact, guys. So if you ever have to use kryptonite against me, it's aliens. Aw, little hummingbirds. I wish I could do something like that here. I just don't have enough time in the day. I feel like I get home and it's like, all right, take care of Charlotte. All right, clean the house. All right, take care of the dog. Take care of the cats. Take care of everything else. Get everyone settled. Take care of cooking. Take care of feeding. By the time I'm done, it's like 9 o'clock. I'm like, wow, where'd the time go, guys? Happy Sunday, beautiful. How are you? Okay, I'm gonna make a trip out there then. Gotta find a babysitter now. Gotta find a babysitter. I'll definitely come out there. I want to go out there so bad. Right? I feel like that'd be so much fun. And when we so we have now done 2 brain trifectas where there is some kind of Bigfoot involvement. I wanted to go to both so badly, but unfortunately the first time I was pregnant with my daughter and my doctor was really like, you need to stay home and you need to be off your feet. unfortunately. So I was not doing as much. And then the second time we had it, it was just so far away and I just had the baby. So I was like, well, I can't just leave my newborn. So I'm hoping the next time we do it, hopefully next year, I'll be able to go. That's my hope. Fingers crossed, guys. Prayers to someone that I can go next time because I really want to. It'd be fun. I think it'd be a great time. Being a family is a very, very, very full-time job. Between family, working at my day job, which I'm a teacher by day, ghost hunter by night, which is always my favorite quote to tell parents when they're like, oh, so like, what do you do on the weekends and stuff like that? Because we have to do a little bit all about me thing. And I'm like, yeah, so all about me. So it's always very fun to see parents' expressions when they're like, oh, so you're a ghost hunter. Right. Really? So it's always very interesting watching their facial expressions with that and getting their gauge on it, if that makes sense. I would love to. I would love to. I was resharing Brian's videos on TikTok about all of his experiences he was having when he was typing up his book, and it looked amazing. So, I gotta get out there. Let's get something organized. Ooh. She could be a little Sasquatch. Oh my God, Jason, that's genius. She could be an 80-meter little squatch. Well, she'd be a walking Sasquatch. Oh God, she'd be walking. She'd be like, I'm gone. And I'll be like, well, bye, kid. Bigfoot, please bring back my child. I would love to do that. I think that'd be so much fun. What if we convince Rob? Oh, I have an event idea, guys. What if we convince Rob and Sarah next year or 1 year, not next year, at some point, we do like a paranormal weekend, like during the day and the night, kind of like the trifecta, except during the daytime, it could be like child friendly. And I could bring Charlotte and dress her up. Guys, that would be fun. We'll dress her up. Do you ever get after investigation blues? Oh, 100%. So for me, I've had this happen a couple of times, not at many locations. I would say locations that had bigger effects on me. One would be Shanley. Definitely I had a bigger experience there, and White Hill. So for me, it's hard because sometimes I'll just be like, all right, I'm just going to kind of ignore it and go on with life because I have to. I have no choice. Sometimes I will look back. So I feel like this is a hard question for me to like answer. Because like, all right, I'm going to break this up into parts answering this question. So do you ever after investigation, get after investigation, I can English, yes, blues where you're at home, but you still have lingering effects from the location, which kind of makes you wish you were still there, but not 100% yourself. So before I leave a location, I do always try to remind the spirits, you can't come home with me. There has been a couple of times where I haven't done that and they have come home with me and it was not pleasant afterwards. So I do try to remember to do that. If I don't, I try to remind myself sometimes it's a location calling me back and it could be for a reason. Old hospital is a big one for me. I was very, very, very not necessarily attached, but like I wanted to be back down in the basement so bad. And I'm not a basement girl. Basements freak me out. I normally do not go by myself in a location. Because I get scared. But Old Hospital, for some reason, I was so comfortable in the basement. Like, yes, I knew I was being watched, if that makes sense. But I felt comfortable being down there that I didn't want to leave. And so I was very sad when I had to go, but it was also important that I had to go. Sometimes you have to walk away. So I don't know if that answers it that well. Jumbled. We can rope them in, right? Guys, we can make an entire weekend out of it. Do like a Friday night investigation, Saturday day, we do like little stuff where we can go either on a nature walk for Bigfoot, or we can have a little Bigfoot workshop. We could have a little Bigfoot workshop. We could have a Bigfoot workshop. Okay, we're doing it. Right? Sometimes you have to put them back in line. I do have, I would say, so it's, let me describe my house a little bit. So we have the basement, we have this floor, and then we have our upstairs. I live in a 3-family home. So I do have neighbors beyond that wall. They're very nice. But the best way I can describe my home when it comes to spirit-wise, there's the old lady downstairs who doesn't like anyone. And I mean, she doesn't like anyone. She doesn't like anyone going down in her basement. She will make herself quite known. And her favorite thing is, I think I talked about this on my last live, where she will basically follow you up the steps to scare you to go faster. Because she wants you out. And I don't know why I say it's a she, but I feel like it's a she. That's the energy I get from it. It just reminds me of get off my lawn type energy, right? Then there's my living room, which I would say energy-wise, it's very calm, very relaxing in here. Like you would think of it as any other home. I personally say that's my mom and dad. I do have their ashes over here. So I would say it's more here is their energy. And then upstairs reminds me of a lot like children, like very mischievous and likes to cause trouble and likes to scare you half the time. So that's always fun. Little Bigfoot pageant. What if we dress people up? Okay, gotta figure out how to pitch this to Rob and Sarah. How to do this, guys. That will be on this week's to-do list of figuring that out. We have 28 confirmed deaths here. 28 deaths? Really? I did not know that. Denise, I didn't know that. That's interesting. All right, Denise, one day I got to get you and Ernie on the show, or I come on your show, either or, and we need to talk about your property and talk about your house. Because, like, I know some things about it from other lives that I've watched, but I don't know the full story. And now I kind of want to know. So, fun fact about the Civil War, guys, about me. My great, I don't know how many greats, but great something grandfather was General Daniel Sickles. He got his leg shot off by a cannonball. So that's how I'm kind of related to the Civil War a little bit. He also did some other really bad things. Well, bad-ish things to his wife's lover, if I remember the history correctly, that I read online. Fun story. But yeah. Perfect. Jason, perfect. We're doing it. I'm going to need your help convincing them. Because I think that'd be fun. A little get together, a little festival. Little festival time. We could get vendors. We could make cute little t-shirts. Which reminds me, I really need to bug Rob. Or I need to buy like 2 t-shirts for my daughter in black, and then be like, Rob, will you press on Get Haunted stuff on here, please? Pretty please, with sugar on top. She needs to be tucked out on Get Haunted stuff. Right now, she has not anything really Get Haunted. Like, she has a couple spooky things, like, in general, but not Get Haunted. She needs Get Haunted. Oh, she needs Get Haunted. Hi, beautiful. How are you? I hope you are well. I miss you very, very much. Mwah. Where's... Oh, really? Okay. I need to have a deep dive down into your house and learn the history. I normally don't like learning the history of locations because part of me always worries that's going to influence me on how the investigation goes. So I try not to do those things. But in general, history-wise, I love learning about it. Civil War is one of those big ones that I enjoyed learning, surprisingly. That and a couple other very sad events. It's terrible to say, but I enjoy learning about sad parts of our history. I wouldn't say it's terrible. I don't know. I feel like I need to learn it and I need to understand it. And I don't always know why I need to understand it, but I need to understand it. It was the same for Titanic, Civil War, the Holocaust, 9/11. There's one other one that I can't remember that I enjoy learning and understanding and either going to memorials or museums and stuff like that. Do you guys ever have places that you're like that with? Where it's like you need to learn about it? Or is that just a weird me thing? But I appreciate all you guys are on here tonight. I really do. I probably said that probably like 4 or 5 times now, but I do. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm always nervous when I do just me type lives because I feel like I talk a lot and ramble and I kind of go all over the place. I'm very much more like I like to bounce off someone. So it's always really good that I have people like you guys who are sitting here watching and commenting and keeping my mind on track, or I'm not just being kind of awkward. So I appreciate you guys and love you so much. But I'm going to go over a couple quick things real quick again, like I did in the beginning of the show. So that way we kind of wrap it close up. I would say close up. So, reminder, next Saturday is White Hills. So if you got your ticket, cannot wait to see you. I hope you have an amazing time. And I cannot wait to hear about what happens to you. If you want a chance at White Hill again and you couldn't get this time, November 8th is your next shot. So get your ticket because it does sell fast. It's one of those events that definitely goes poof and it's gone really very quickly. I learned that the hard way this Saturday because I was going to go with my brother-in-law, and that's not happening now. And that's okay. It happens. You can't do nothing about it. After that, or after White Hill this weekend, we do have the main Paracon coming up. So if you guys are going, we can't wait to see you there. Take lots of pictures. Have fun. Be amazing. Event-wise, after that, we do have Midpoint High School. So if you've been there, let me know. Because so far, I don't know anyone who's gone there. And I want to know what kind of experiences y'all have had. So if you've been there, shoot me a message or comment below. Let me know. Please let me know. Ooh. See, there's always a theme sometimes. Hello, how are you, my dear? I hope you are having a fantastic night. Back on track. I can do it, guys, I promise. So after Midpoint, then we have, hang on, McClay Mansion. That is the 20th. You know what, guys, hang on. I'm just going to bring up, right? I get you, but you should go. If you have the chance, you should do it. Just Drive down. Actually, I don't know how far of a drive it is for you. Okay, fly down. Fly down and come down and see everyone and hang out because it's going to be fun. It's going to be amazing. You're going to have a good time. So do it. If not for you, for, I don't know, just do it. Do it, do it, do it. Good. I'm glad. I know, Denise, I wish you were closer. I got the fabulous chance to meet you back at the soiree last year, which I can't believe that was a year ago. Where did time go? So I definitely wish you were closer because I would love a Denise hug right now. I'm big on hugs, guys. If you've met me, I'm very much a big hugger, and everyone's like my sweetheart, love, honey bunches of oats. I don't think I've used that one, but I use honey a lot. That's just a me thing. I grew up like that, so if you don't like it, I'm sorry. But we have McClay with Empty Casket Paranormal. I can English, yes. With Bill and Tanya. They are fantastic. You will enjoy that event. So you must go. And then we are back at White Hill. And then the big 3 happen. So if you want to go to Mid Orange, you want to see the collab, I wouldn't say of the century, but of the century, go, be there, experience it, and enjoy yourself. Because at the end of the day, we all need to start coming together and stop separating. Because the drama and the bullshit, it's stupid. We're adults. We're not in high school. And you're not 2-year-olds. We're not 2-year-olds. We are all over the age of 18. I would hope most of you are over the age of 18. You might not be. You might be a secret vampire and I just don't know it. But anyway, enough of the drama. Let's get together. Let's enjoy the sandbox together. Because at the end of the day, the paranormal in general is big enough for everyone to enjoy. It's not just for one person off in the corner saying, this is mine. No. Enjoy it. Love it. That's what you guys got. Like, that's what we got to start doing. Aw. But yeah, so that's what's coming up. And like I said, guys, at 9 p.m., I will bring it back up here on stage. Pac-Man Paranormal with Denise and Ernie. And they're going to have Greg on from Ghostbox Radio. Tune in. I definitely will be as I cook dinner. Because I cook dinner at 9 o'clock at night because I tend to wait until my child's asleep to finally make my dinner. So that's just a me thing. It's easier. Aw. Hi, Mark. How are you? I saw you earlier on Rob and Sarah's live. I hope you are doing well. And it is getting cold out, guys. So you know what you need. You do. You know you need sweatshirts and sweatpants. You need it. You need to stay warm. So check out this QR code. I think it's on this side. Whatever. Check it out. And buy yourself a new sweatshirt or buy yourself some new sweatpants. You need it. It's cold. Well, not yet, but soon. It will be. It will be soon quite cold. See? Thank you. Thank you. Right there. Amazing. Sometimes you got to cook dinner at 9 o'clock at night because it's too hard trying to cook dinner. So I definitely have learned, since now my daughter is more active than when she was a newborn. Besides having attention span of a flea, she definitely gets very upset when she's not in the vicinity of whichever parent or anyone in general. I do have to say my daughter is very big on people. She's a big people person. I went to a baby shower yesterday for a friend, and she's a fantastic soul. I love that girl to death. And her mother the entire time was talking to Charlotte, and Charlotte was just working her up, being like, yeah, you want to pick me up? Come on, pick me up. And at one point they pick her up and they're like, you okay with this? I'm like, go. As long as I can see you, we're fine. Where are you going to go? You're in a backyard. You can't go far. My daughter's a very, very big people person. So she needs to be in the vicinity of said people and not often what I call Alcatraz, which is her little toy area with all of her stuff. I tend to put her in that when I'm walking the dogs first thing in the morning, and she just needs kind of chill. I get bottles ready and walk dogs and get our breakfast together and all that fun stuff. But she doesn't always like Alcatraz towards the end of the day. She just doesn't want to be in there. She wants to be moving. She's trying to walk. If you didn't hear before, my daughter took 3 steps. I was not prepared for it. I may have cried, but that's okay. I dinged. Yeah. But she needs people. So cooking dinner is not easy anymore. It just doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. Yes, Cass. Okay, that's fair. So before me and my husband had my daughter, we would eat dinner anywhere between, I would say, 7 and 10 was the absolute latest, depending on when he got home from work or what was going on that day. So I get that. Yeah, she's going to be a big hugger. Her newest thing is she likes to, when you first pick her up in the morning, she kind of gives a hug, but it's like a floppy hug. So she'll flop herself right here, and then she'll like have her head here, but then she'll like aggressively go first thing in the morning. And this is at like 6:30 in the morning. I'm like, I'm not really awake. I'm just functioning enough to get her up, get her ready, get her dressed and fed. And I'm just like, it's so early. Why are we doing this, guys? What's going on? So I think she is definitely going to be a hugger, which I'm okay with. I like hugs. And yeah, that's really it, guys. Like I said, event-wise, that's what's going on. I'm hoping the next time I go live, I will have a guest. So I'm going to work very, very hard the next 2 weeks to get a guest. Maybe come on, we'll talk, go from there. And yeah, so I appreciate you all coming on, hanging out, talking with me, letting me ramble. And yeah, you guys are amazing. Oh, I'm not that organized. I don't even grocery shop like that. So I used to. Don't get me wrong. So when I lived on my own, I would go grocery shopping like once a week, get everything I needed for that and whatnot, and yada yada yada. And now I tend to get dinner day of. I'll go to the grocery store like after work because it's easier. Because I feel like for me, not that it gets wasted, doesn't get used in time. Not always. Or it's like, oh, I'm kind of feeling this night, so I'll buy a couple of these things, and it's like, well, now I'm not feeling that. I don't want that, and I'll put it off to the last possible second. So now I just tend to go shopping. Basically, as soon as I get out of work, we go to the grocery store, we get what we need, and we go from there. It's just easier. It's what works for us. You want to come on, Jason? I will message you privately. Let's talk. I would love for you to come on. We could talk about anything you want. We could talk about your book, anything, please. I'll message you. I haven't had that happen yet, but our grocery stores around here tend to close anywhere between 9 and 10, depending on the week. So I won't lie, we did eat out a lot earlier in the year because it was just easier. She was so little at that point, and half the time, neither of us wanted to cook by the time we got home from work. We're just both like, we're exhausted. Don't mind my phone. It's my Ring camera going off, telling me there's someone walking. Yeah. What's your favorite place to eat? I would say for me, it's hard. because I love sushi. So like my favorite sushi place is Little Tokyo, and that's like 30 minutes from me. But what's your favorite place to eat, guys? Does he only like chicken nuggets and French fries? Because my brother-in-law only likes chicken nuggets and French fries, pork roll. I can get him eat a scrambled egg now, which I'm very proud of, and steak. That's basically this child's diet. And I call him a child because he is 13 years younger than my husband. But he's not a child anymore. He's graduated from high school, but he's still a child in my eyes. That's all he eats. That's what he lives on. Hi, Sarah. What are you going to cook for dinner? I am actually going to make tonight. I'm cutting up some potatoes, and I'm going to cook them in the air fryer with some olive oil and garlic and a little bit of salt. Then I am going to air fry up some steaks because it's an interesting recipe. And the same idea. I might add a little bit more to it. That's just me. And then we're doing green beans on the side because that's tonight's dinner. Makes life easier. Ooh, that sounds delicious. I think I saw it was either Mark who posted it or Steven who posted about Red Yeti. So, ooh, that sounds good. Right? Doesn't it sound very good? So I'm excited for that. And yeah, maybe oh no, I don't have anything to make a dessert with. My husband got ice cream, but it's not my favorite kind. I might make him share with Charlotte though, because she really likes ice cream. Her favorite is stealing my bomb pops. Like, they were on sale around here for us, and that girl, every time I pulled one out, like at night, she knew I had it out before I even like showed it to her, because she hear like the crinkles of it, and she was darn her way to me like, "Oh my god, mommy, what do you got?" And I'm like, guess we're sharing, guys. Oh, love a good medium rare steak. Love, love, love. It took me a while to get there. Speaking of neighbors, this is my lovely, lovely neighbor who's currently watching my beautiful girl. She must be snacking now. She didn't really wasn't really into lunch today. She's more interested in like creating chaos, but that's what babies do. They like to create chaos. Yeah, no, I won't lie. It took me a while to get to like medium steaks. I used to be a well girl, and then when I started dating my husband, I started getting into medium. Now, certain places, I may not do a medium, but for the most part, I do a medium now at this point. But we made it to a full hour, guys. I'm so excited because last time I did not make it to a full hour. So you all are so amazing. Thank you so, so much. And I will be back hopefully in 2 weeks from now, and I will have a fantastic guest be messaging you, sir. And yeah, so I hope you guys have a great night. And as the lovely Sarah says, we see you, we hear you, and we love you. See you guys later. Bye.